Excited, really excited to get going. You know, hard to believe this is my 7th season, but it's an exciting time. I think with each year, my appreciation for this team, for what goes into it, just the whole process of getting ready for the season, it grows. We know it's a real challenge, but that's what makes it exciting. You know, each team is so different, each year is so different. You learn so many things throughout the years, and you know, try to use it to put your team in the best position to be successful. That's what I think excites me and our staff and our players about this year, this opportunity with this team, and we're really looking forward to it. Ready to get going.
Other than Devontae, is everybody available going into the fall game?
Yeah, we are. Seems like each year, or was it Cole maybe 3 years ago, Landon, and now Devontae. You know, we take a big hit, but it is what it is. Our players know that. We have to have the mentality of the next man up. We feel for Devontae, you know, most, because I know the amount of work that he's put in to put himself in a position to be, you know, one of the guys, and certainly the guy with the most experience in the secondary, and he's so versatile. Just love Devontae and feel for him.
So all your freshmen are eligible and on campus too?
Yeah, John, best that as of right now until they tell me something different. Not holding anything back on you, that's for sure.
Mark, this time last year you were confident because you were seeing the guys working out in the off season and you weren't afraid to say it. How does this group compare now to what you saw last year, and how do you feel about it?
The same way. I feel good. I feel confident. It doesn't, you know, we know we have to go put in the work. But I really appreciate what they've done to get to this point. I mentioned this a few times throughout you know, the talking season here, but it's true. You know, when we got back after the bowl win, and to see the team immediately after that game, you know, enjoyed it, and then you know, I start thinking about it before we get back to work there in January, you know, what needs to go into this year. Your mind starts racing and all those things, and I was just pleasantly surprised with the approach of this team. You know, I just feel like from the moment they got back on campus, I saw the hunger in their eyes, that they wanted to prove, you know, themselves and put themselves in a position to be successful. So I really appreciate the way they went about the winter. We've had a great spring, and this summer we've worked harder. You know, I've talked about that a lot as well, continuing to push the capacity, the ability to handle more and do more and be a more mature team. And, you know, they did an awful lot of work this year. And, you know, that's what's exciting, because sometimes we all focus on, you know, the things that we lose and don't put enough focus on the things that we're returning, because there are some very mature, good football players on this team, and there's a lot to build around, so that excites us.
Mark, you've chastised us many times before.
Come on now. Let's be friendly. It's the start of the year.
About the importance of the running game,
Yeah.
and especially statistically winning that. And yet we have Coach Henshaw telling us that Terry's going to throw it 40 times a year.
Well,
40 times a game. That's not.
Yeah.
That's not going to happen under your watch.
Well,
is it?
well, never chastise. I like educate. You know, yeah. So, and you know, it is important. You've heard me, you know, tell you the statistics. You know, we do all the data, and you know, that's not going to change. You know, when you know, outrushing your opponent by 1 yard gives you a big advantage. You know, so playing good run defense and being able to run the ball is critically important. That's a proven fact, certainly in our league. But every year, and you've heard me talk about that this year, that every team is different. You know, you have to find the best way you can to help them win. If that is throwing the ball, however many times that is. If we have to do that to give us the best opportunity to win, then we'll do that. You know, we'll see how it plays out, and I think that's the point he was trying to make. And he's piggybacking my comments. That's what I've said. You know, whatever we need to do. Every team's different. We're a different football team this year than we were last year. We're going to be improved in certain areas and maybe not as good, but You know, we're never gonna give our kids an out. You know, we're always looking to continue to build and improve in all areas.
How has Terry improved from the Penn State game to now?
I'm excited about Terry. You know, if you know, just offensively in general, you know, we got a lot of good things to build around. Terry's a guy, obviously, that started every game, won 10 games for us last year. I think it starts with him fundamentally. You guys hear me talk a lot about that, and I know it gets boring at times, but it's so true. I mean, it's a fundamental game. If you just watch it, and he had an opportunity to watch every throw he made last year, and if you just look at fundamentals, there's a lot of things, you know, that he could do better. There's a lot of yards we left on the field. He sees that, but it's hard. It's easier said than done. That's why everybody can be an armchair quarterback, right? But, you know, he's got a lot coming at him, but you know, so he's really worked hard. Appreciate his effort. You know, Coach Henshaw's worked hard with him. He had a good, solid spring, and I think it starts there. But obviously, then it goes to the concepts and him understanding. Second year in the offense. You know, that's a big deal, where to go, the reads, and how quick to get off the reads and go to the next one, and so on. And then the speed of the game, you know, the confidence for him to play and know that he won 10 games in the SEC and won New Year's Day bowl games. Got to give him a lot of confidence going into this year. And then you know, you build around it. Lynn, you know, we're so excited about Lynn Bowden. You know, Lynn, we have to find ways to make sure we get him the football. He's a difference maker. He's a guy that changes the digits on the scoreboard. You know, he's a playmaker and can make things happen. So we got to make sure we continue to get him the football, build around a physical offensive line. You know, Benny, everybody knows, you know, what Benny did for us, but he also set the tone for these backs. You know, they had an opportunity to sit there and watch him, and, you know, what's most impressive about Benny was his mentality and how tough he was and determined he was to help his team win. These guys had an opportunity to see that, and they have a lot of talent, so I'm excited. I feel like there's a lot to build on there.
Mark, I hear you speaking so confidently up there. Any head coach in their right mind would be underselling their team this year based on the number of people that they lost. What is it about you that makes you just tell them like this?
We're not interested in going back, and that's just, you know, we're not here to take steps backwards, and we're not. You know, we're continuing to grow. We're continuing to improve the program, and you know, that's not just coach speak when I say those things. You know, the outcome will take care of itself. I know I'm judged ultimately on wins and losses, but internally we're judged on how we're building our program and what we're doing to continue to grow and put ourselves in a position to be successful, because that's what it's all about. You could go back 7 years and hear me basically say the same message, that you know, we're going to work hard to do the things necessary that we believe are going to help us be successful. We're not going to waver from that. You always learn. You know, we're in a learning environment. We try to learn and grow every day, and but you also, you know, have to stick to your beliefs, and the things that you know are helpful to help you be successful and win games.
Mark, how much of that confidence that you were asked about earlier stems from you bring back a really good, experienced offensive line, and that's kind of the base of what you can do?
Without a doubt, you know, it's again, day one press conference. I don't know what I said, but I'm sure it was built around being good at the line of scrimmage. You know, it's a line of scrimmage game. You better be good in the offensive line. You better be good in the defensive line. I mean, sure, we all know we want to be good at all positions. You have to be to win at the highest level. But if you're not physical, you don't have much of a chance. You know, all in all. You know what I mean? Just, you know, throw it all in a bucket and, you know, come out at the end. I don't like our chances if you're not physical.
Mark, with Cash's off-season confidence and some of his quotes and all like that, is that good for the team? Is something you like, or do you sometimes cringe when you see what he says and say easy?
I think, you know, if you guys study and understand me, that I try to play things pretty straight up, pretty, you know, I don't give you a lot of talking points, but I also like them to be them, you know, and I am who I am. That's just who I am. It's not that, you know, I try not to go out there and make outlandish statements and things of that nature. And but with our players, as long as they're coming from the right spot, I'm good with it. You know, one thing I can't stand is false confidence. You know, guys that run around and beat their chest when they haven't done the work. I can't tolerate that. But guys that have proven themselves, done the work, know what it takes, and are coming from the right place, I'm good with them being them.
Mark, did you have an opinion on the alcohol sales, and did Mitch seek out your opinion during the process?
Yeah, I really, as I mentioned before, the only thing I'll say is I have great confidence in the leadership, in Dr. Capilouto, Mitch Barnhart, in their decisions. I don't, it's above my pay grade, so I don't put a lot of thought into that because it's just not my job. But I trust them, I believe in their leadership, and those are hard decisions. I think they're strong opinions on both sides, and you know, they obviously put a lot of thought into it, and there's a lot for them to consider. And I know, you know, I'll just say it's just hard. You know, I know going to that funeral a year ago was very difficult for me and our team as well. And you know, anything that revolved with, you know, around the game and drinking and had an accident like that happen was very heartfelt for me personally, and the team. But Mitch and Dr. Capilouto, I have a lot of confidence in, and I'm sure they thought things through, and they're doing the very best they can. I know that, and they, you know, I can promise you that I don't want any reason or any excuse for there not to be a fantastic atmosphere right out here in the stadium at Kroger Field here this year. We have a very good football team that's worked very hard. We're proud of the work that we've done to this point, and we're very excited about the future, and greatly appreciate the fan support. We truly have the best fans in the country, and there's nothing better than when we walk out there and we see that full stadium, and we need it that way every week. And that's, you know, my plea to the fans is we need it. That it takes all of us all the time, and we need that support. We need that place rocking. It makes a difference. Makes a difference with recruiting. Makes a difference with our team, and we're all a part of that.